What's up, nerd? Do, do, do. By that I mean the one who calls himself Scumbag Enzo got him. No, I should be nice to you. Yeah. We should put the past behind us. All those times you betrayed and scammed me. All those times you never showed up to stream. Ugh, jeez. I'm so salty about it, and it won't go away. And then now you gotta watch like 50 hours. You say you're free. Does that mean you're free next week? Cause, hear me out, alright? Let Unk cook. Sorry, that sounded wrong coming out my mouth. I just thought that would be funny to say. Yeah, next week I'll be streaming. Most likely in a longer format. Yeah, that horrendous past. You made friends with people called Fish and Math. Eesh. I decide who you get to be friends with, alright? It's not toxic. Those guys are bad news, but I'm here to save everybody. But Tib draw stuff, he's fine. Memes aside, I'm gonna press a button, and the game is going to do stuff. Whoa. This whole streaming thing, like, I'm a pro. Yeah. Watch this. Insane tech. Put up a prediction, I'd say. Alright. Put that on screen. Click that, click, clack. I was gonna say something stupid. I'm playing some Silk Song? Yeah. I imagine you would be. I bet if I played Silk Song, I'd probably have some feedback about some things in the game. Because I've been watching Enki play a good few bits of it. Here it is. Watching him play the game has made me more interested in playing it, regardless. I know some people don't want anything spoiled, but I think I'm more when that's like an RPG or something. I'm more inclined to feel that way. Why is the Lua console not set up? I need to set that up real quick. Alright, now the tracker's working proper. Great game, but not 10 out of 10? I can understand that. I mean, I look forward to, like, giving it a go anyway. Despite any gripes I may have with certain video games, I can look past them and enjoy them for what they are. I've been very critical of Souls games, but it's because I'm honestly, like, they have some of the hypest moments, but some parts where I'm, like, let down. I feel pretty let down. Happens. Defo has more flaws. It feels like they were trying to be brave in, like, we must go as hard as possible on the player kind of way. But if I played enough Mega Man Maker, you know those levels that make you feel like the creator doesn't like the player, or at least just wants them dead no matter what? I see a bit of that going on in that game. Like, oh, you think the boss is dead, but no. It's not dead! Also, yeah, there's more. There's more. Or chaos, there's a gauntlet here. Yeah. Wouldn't say it's like that. You don't have to agree with me, dude. Your opinions are your own. I know that you're like, don't agree with some of the stuff I say about Dark Souls, and then Fish just agrees that every game he plays, he doesn't think too hard about, he just enjoys. I have to play it. No, but like, the memes of it is what I'm kind of like. Spirit of it is what I'm getting at. Like, the game wants you to sweat your ass off, like, or like, to bully you, to mess with you. As long as it doesn't lean into heh, gotcha moments where it just like jumps you with like way too much, I'm happy to play. That stuff drives me nuts. Genuinely. I also think boss runbacks are not the biggest fan of those either. Weep, weep, whoop, whoop. What did we get so far? Sapphire Crest. Cool. Fish is saying I am noob at Silksong. Fish cannot stop comparing himself to like everybody else of games around him. Like everything is so competitive with this guy. Which is fine. I mean, it's kind of fun sometimes. Ugh. Like, I be competitive too, I just meme about it too. But he is... Like, when I play Maker, sometimes, like, you'll not be as good as Lozo and said stuff, like, dumb stuff on the side like that. I'm like, cool? What brought this out? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, I am. Yeah, no, I'm competitive, but, like, I want to meme competitive. You know what I mean? I don't want to ever, like, make people uncomfortable. All jokes and banter at the end of the day. The truth of the matter is, I care a bit, but never, like, too deep. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody wins a race versus me, I'm not like, dang, I wish they messed up more. Not really. Like, I don't hate the fact that they won instead. I just kind of been like, ah, shit, I should have done better. I'm more like that. But I'll talk shit just for the fun of it. I don't wish my opponent to lose, I just wish I managed to do better. Oh. A little bit. For being fully honest, yeah, a little bit I want my opponent to lose because I want to win, but at the same point, like, I want to win on merit of being good and not, like, wishing my opponent to screw up completely or anything. Or, like, getting salty that that person won. Like, I'm not salty at somebody else beating me in a race so much as I am just disappointed in possibly in my performance if I hadn't done well. So if I had a poor performance, I'm gonna beat myself up about that a little bit, but if I feel like I did well and the other person still won, I'm like, oh, holy shit, well played, fuck. Crazy. God gamer, yep. That's simple. Wonder, should I still be learning A Link to the Past randomizer? I haven't done that in a bit. I've done a few Soten Randos off stream since the last time I played it. I'm on the side of, like, getting better at that, too. Not because they make mistakes. Yeah, that's how I feel underneath it all, like... Da-da. So basically, if anybody ever... I don't know. Body. I know, Loza, I know. I just got here. Already see my name? Yeah, this shitter here. Do 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 do. But yeah, I've been guilty of being competitive in the past and talking smack and all this stuff. But I always wanted it to come across as banter. If it ever comes across too serious, like I'm way too into it, that's not my intention. Yeah, and I want to win against opponents that are playing well. I don't really... Like, I don't really mind somebody else winning. It's just, I'm surprised sometimes. I'm like, oh, okay, I should have played better. Or I needed to do things better. Yeah, it comes down to that more than anything, dude. I've played enough competitive games at this point. Like, fighting games not enough? You do, Foddy, but honestly, I think you could get good at fighting games if you wanted. Obviously. It's just, I don't know if it's, like, the game you want to play or not, like. I guess I can't. I'll put it this way. Fighting games are super addictive. Like, I gave up playing Tekken because the state of the game is just not what it used to be. But I realize I crave that hole of in my gaming. Like, I crave something to fit it. And I have nothing fitting it right at the moment. I thought I could replace that hole with playing more Mega Man or more this and more that, and I'm like, it's just not the same. I can do the CAP laws. Yeah, it's... I'll put it this way. Any fighting game, you take an expert from one fighting game and throw them into another, they're not an immediate expert. You could say this about, like, platforming to a degree and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very apparent with fighting games. It's like, there's a lot of depth, and you have to get used to the systems of each game and kind of how it feels. Once you get past that, you can transfer a lot of skill. But genuinely, because they're so deep and there's so much you can put into them, they are some of the most satisfying games to win at or to play in. Yeah, I see, absolutely. Like, I can nerd out about fighting games all day and stuff. But the depth in a competitive game, like, you could say it's about different games, like, but I find fighting games more satisfying. Like, if I was to play in a team game, I would like to play a team game here and there. if like people wanted to play Pokemon Unite or something, because that's the one team game I was starting to enjoy. I don't know, but the one-on-one, oh man, nothing beats it in a way. I know. You just feel like everything that's happening is because you decided to do something, and it's constant back and forth. Like you're not, I don't know. Kind of feel like more. If you lose, if you win, that was totally on you. Or you got tricked or something. It's really good. Mega Man Team Tournament could work. I said recently I'm a bit burnt out on Maker. Oh boy! Why do sideways bonks exist in this game? They kill me! This shit happens! Like my elbow hits the wall, like. Wanna make it clear? True. It's funny, like, I haven't been playing as much Maker as people that were getting ready for tournaments. But by organizing tournaments and being involved in different events, I still feel a bit tired of Maker to a degree. Honestly, I think if I moved house, I'd be more of a gamer again. I don't think that's untrue at all. Like, it may sound like an excuse, like, oh, Sky, you're not trying so hard, and you're using that as an excuse. I'm not genuinely serious here. It's weird to say that way. But yeah. Ugh. On-screen controller is not showing on screen. Milers. Why is that? Work if I do this? No. This does not exist. Well, screw the on-screen controls, I guess. So there is a discussion to Lunder with a group of people. We still haven't got a fourth player though, for that idea. The right seed? Yeah, it is. Would be nice to do. Be fun. Also, we can be on a team if you want. Body can have fish on a stick. I don't know. Figure something out. How would a team game work? I am working on code at the moment. Fish and Matt. Fair enough. Can we just pull names out of a hat? Because that's fair, but I almost want to make closerly balanced teams, if that makes sense. Buddy. Very nice of you. I mean, Fish was in Marino League, and he's, you know, a good player. I know Matt is, alright, I guess. I don't know what this... Like, from a perspective of, like, somebody that plays Mega Man casually, like, oh, he's actually alright, you know? But from the perspective of people that play the game too often, and Maker and all these tournaments and stuff, you I'm sorry, Matt. It's a different environment than... True. Also, Fish and Matt for safe security. That's funny. The prediction is over, by the way. But I'm gonna pull it into this one because nobody doubted. It sounds cool, and I have genuinely thought about team events before. But when you really break it down, it's like you pass the parcel. But what about teams is different than 1v1ing? Like, what is the true difference here? Like, it would be nice if there was a way to go, like, alright, here is a GIF of what's in the next level. Who do you think on your team is best suited? Then you could strategize. Like, I would like a team-based event to have some strategy. Like, you could still run a team-based event without it. But it would add that element of, like, why, like, this is a team event. Like what it brings out something new because it's a team event. Like that's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah, it's tricky, but yeah, it's something like that'd be interesting. I am working on code at the moment for a custom crowd control for regular Mega Man games on the BizHawk Dutch. But after that's complete, I do want it to be interactive with somebody else's game. Like Lunder Multi-World and the crowd control for that, just aimed at Mega Man. But the multi-world aspect is not co-op but versus. The crowd control element is like, you know, debuffs and stuff like that go to your opponent once you get certain goals. That's something I'll be working on the side. Which could be very cool. Andy? Yeah. We're back down to sharp boots. Damn, I miss merman boots already. It would be cool. What's the co-op element there? What do you guys think of that? 2v2? But it's not Mega Man Maker, but it's like regular Mega Man, but there's a co-op element. Ah, how would that work? Like, I go this stage and you go that stage. Oh, you got that weapon. Thanks for getting that weapon. Body's teammate gets an E-tank. He just quits. I don't want that E-tank. Stop picking up those damn tanks. Frickin' not happy. I don't know, if somehow there was more of a team aspect, not that there needs to be, it'd be cool. This would hurt people's egos. If you had like a point system on each player. Right? Well, you can play a level, but that's gonna cost you the most points. Right? Something silly. Oh god. Like, it could work as an idea, but it's also, like... not... not the most thought out in terms of people's feelings and all this stuff. Yeah, like, there is a certain score assigned to a player's skill, and that you can only use this player because of how many points you can allocate. But that would probably mean that, like, people use their weakest and top player, or their mid player constantly. I wonder how you would set that up. And also, it would hurt people's egos to hear that they're a certain amount of points. So it's just like... yeah, I don't know if that works. Got hit, run over. Ba-ba-da-bam. I know, right? It would not... yeah, it would be too much. Like, if somebody said you're 7 or 8 points, I'm like, fair enough. Somebody said I'm 6, I'm like, I'm a bit surprised, but sure. But like, I don't know if I care. But like, if you get somebody else that's like, I am not at 4 points or at 5 points, or get all 4 at best. Oh my god. Is it Lunders? Yo, thank. How's it going, cat? Did you use points for that? I hope you did. I don't want you to... nope, just straight up timeout 60 seconds. Mod abuse. Oh, it's pretty funny. But yeah, good old peak Lunders, absolutely, Gav. Hope your day has been going fantastically. So what have you been up to in your free time lately? Gappers. Gappers. Just asking random stuff now, no worries. Need a distraction? Okay, perfectly fair. You get to watch, I think there's something relaxing about watching this game, maybe. For me, at least, but that's probably because, like, I do have nostalgia for this, too. I wonder, from people's watching of this, like, there's this thing that's been said a couple of times by some people, or by people that play this game. Perspective is so confusing, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess, yeah. But I've never really remembered having too much of an issue with it, but that's the thing, I played when I was a kid, so I can't remember shit. Want to kick your ass next tournament? Jeez. Out for absolute blood over here. I see pros and cons of playing more Maker sometimes. Pro! The next tournament you do well in, people in the community are all hyped to see you play, and it's super nice, and it's kind of fun that way, and you never know how good you're going to do if you get good again, and like, come on. You're playing no other games half the time, most of the time, because you're putting so much time into this one flipping game. And like, beating Foddy's new level would take me, like, a bunch of hours that I could be playing another game. Would this not simply beat Sky at something? I don't know, man. I do get beat at Maker. But, yeah, my friends often feel like I'm a menace when it comes to a lot of different games. Like, if there's a multiplayer game I play it, I'm like, a menace, I guess. Lozo played me in Nidhogg, although I played it more than him. was funny. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of being good at random games. I'm not even trying that hard to get good at Kingdom Hearts Randomizer. And I still feel like Fish is better, right? But I don't know, a couple more sessions, or like a few more runs of the randomizer, and I think I've like already pretty much caught up. We'll see how that goes. It's like, in a way, I want to stay where Fish's level is, so we have like good races and stuff. And I'm kind of playing it because he got me into it. I'm kind of playing it partially because it's fun. But it's also not something I'm super serious about. So I want to stay at Fish's level and not go too far beyond it, potentially. But if I'm in the mood to play a Rando or two, I get too into it. We'll see what happens. I'm just saying a lot of crap right now. Just random nothings. A competitive? What do you mean? We all are, like, competitive. I think it goes without saying. Gav, are you not competitive? Are you the outlier here? Gav's never competitive. Never. He doesn't know the meaning of the word. I'm too. Gav will make an honest effort to beat you at something that, like, even when I play Tekken and I have tons more experience, you can tell he's fucking going like, no, I still want to win. I am giving it my all here. Yeah, I appreciate this. Ooh, competitive. No. Honestly, life's too short not to feel a bit competitive sometimes. Fun. I just never want to stretch that too far myself, like if I lose in a race, I'm more likely to go, yeah, that person won fair and square, instead of being salty that I didn't win. Does that make sense? I'm taking a hit here. That tree? Unbelievable. I usually run past them, but I was afraid I was going to get a sideways bonk on a wall. Which happens when you're doing a turn next to a wall sometimes, if you're too close to it. Salty at yourself. Alright. Can we acknowledge something about Mega Man in general? I was just going to say it in a sec. Is there anything in Fire Iceman or no? There's nothing here. Okay. Isn't that like, you can't be prepared for everything? And sometimes you're doing a race and you just underperform. It happens. It happens, dude. Like, you want to do your best in every race, but some days you're not playing as good. Can we accept that? Like, or is it like, oh no, you're washed now because you screwed up one race? It's like, that's not how it works. In that case, I'm constantly washed. I feel like I always screw up. Why can't I do this? What the hell? I'm like doing it too late or early? I think too late. Yeah. I'm using console timing. Da-ba-da. Oh, another mountain to climb. Ooh. I kind of want to pick a fighting game to get, or fighting games to get back into, to be honest. I miss that side of, like, gaming. Nothing scratches the itch quite the same. Thank you for the coffee. Yeah, sometimes you die early. Like, see? Even Foddy's saying it. Oh no, Foddy, you're just washed. Can't come back from that. I want some coffee. It does look very appealing. Just anybody want to run it again? Okay. Alright. Welcome. Oh, I see what you did there. Alu Wondra. Still be salty about it, yeah. I shouldn't have felt salty about this, but I did one day. And I dropped by Fish's stream, and he was just like, "You're just salty you lost to Lorenzo, Sky," or something like this, and he went and kept going like, "Yeah, that's how Sky is, you know, he can't, when somebody else wins, he's just mad all the time about it." I'm like, what? Is this projection? Is this a straw man argument? Do you know me? I feel like you know. If I act like that, I'm memeing. I genuinely don't care that deeply. It kind of bothered me at the time. I was like, ah, why did I let that bother me? Oh shit! Did that worm just acid all the way up there? Crazy. Coffee is a drug that we can abuse without any side effects. Yep. No side effects. Don't know how it works. Okay. I can send you a link to Lunder Speedruns Discord where you can get the randomizer. The tracker I made myself to help with like doing shorter or doing runs where you're more intentional about where you're going. You don't have to open every chest. But yeah, if you want to figure out more, like, I've been told I should make a video on how the tracker works for one thing. But I definitely recommend going to that server to learn more. 2 seconds there, I can send you a link. Have to open Discord. You'll send the link? Yep. Look at this guy modding over here. Thank you, Loza. I just had Discord just about open too. But yeah, I should make a full video on how to use the tracker plus how to set up the rando. But if you truly want to give it a go and everything, ping me in that Discord as well if you have any questions. I'd genuinely be happy enough to help on all that, yeah. Yeah. I would say the tracker as well. If you want to have more of a longer run, yeah, okay, that's, yeah, I forgot to explain that. Thank you. Yeah, there's no dream dungeons, which is a little unfortunate, but it does also make it so you're not spending as long on finishing the run. I have the old way to play randomizer, which I still can do if I wanted to, was um when you didn't have the tracker, you'd get hints from finishing dungeons about where one item that you might want is. Sometimes those hints aren't the most useful. Sometimes they are. Um, but I made a tracker as well to help, like, to know where to get all the important stuff. So, like, Overworld right now has 7 different items. The different items are equipment that goes in here, and armor, or a magic seed. Right, that's what the 7 is. And it also, if it's purple, which is a thing you could set up in the randomizer, or in the tracker, if it's purple, that is an area that you get a crest in. And yeah, I can actually turn off purple mode, which ends up making you have to guess where the crests are more. But if you want to do a shorter run, it's nice to have on. Yeah. This way I don't have to open every single chest in the randomizer hoping for stuff. I can kind of already know and play more of the game. And the faster you do a run, the riskier it is. No joke. So, the more I skip out on in terms of dungeons, the weaker I am at endgame. Oh, the link for the tracker isn't working for you. Violated terms and conditions or something? Holy. Alright, I'll have to re-upload it or something. Crazy. Yeah. You can make it as long as it's short. I would say if you are new to the randomizer, it is better to not know where the crests are. It's better to do more of a full clear. I know this sounds silly, but if you go into end game, half-cocked, or like you're not armored up, you're not good equipment, you are in trouble. But I try to go there as early as possible, and I'm doing 1 HP and stuff because I've done a couple of randomizers at this point, and I just want up the stakes. Like, I just like upping the stakes, like. The hardest of the final bosses will be Dark Dragon. But the second hardest is Final Meltus. And there's a reason why Final Meltus can be a bit of trouble. Without good magic, you have to, like, time your attacks incredibly well to stay alive. Pretty alright. Thanks for nothing, Nozo. But yeah, it's very cool. But I'll fix that link for you, Alex, soon. I should just make a straight-up video on how to use everything. But I might just, what do you guys think? Just make a quick, like, readme, not a readme, but like a... Like, Lorenzo's set up the tracker before, right? It wasn't too hard for him, I don't think. So I could even just make a couple of images explaining, well, before I go and do that. I just make a video, I likely will. Yeah. It's opening a Lua script, and then when you open the tracker, you open your JSON file for the Rando seed. After that, it's connected and it works. Oh shit, I forgot. I don't have a revive. This could go really bad. Alright, let's just go. And it did go really bad. What was I thinking? I thought he could just use bow or something. There's like a trick where you go towards them and slash. And you can kill them all quickly, potentially. But yeah. There's always a risk you get jumped there. Oh no. No worries. Yeah, I'm just doing 1 HP because I'm finding it fun. The thing is, I do feel like I am going to go back to regular randomizers as well after this. It's just more of like a challenge run. Because like the speed you can move at and the things you can do when you are not worried about HP as much are, you know, they're greater. And you can still die if you're clumsy enough, like it happens. But yeah, you can't make any mistakes. Even running past bees gets me killed sometimes because the bees are in my path. I was running past a wall, and if you're too close to a wall while turning your dash, a Lunder can bonk off of it. And that killed me earlier because I bonked off the wall, the tree enemy shot me with his attack, and I died. When I was meant to try to run past him. But I was like running downwards and too close to the wall, even though it's not in front of me, bonked anyway. There's like any stupid little thing. Mercs are a menace though. You know the way they move and they just randomly jump sometimes? Yeah, they're pretty good rotten killer. Violated terms. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, they are. It makes everything so much more crazy. It does. And I think it does make me better at the game as a whole. Because if I'm going to do runs in the future, which I am, of course, I want to be able to like dodge more damage because I'm going to have to run on lower HP. Xperia runs on incredibly low HP, and the pace he moves at is incredibly risky, you know? And if I'm to match any of that, this is good practice for runs in the future too. Okay. I will say the cool thing about playing it this way though, yeah, you could swap weapons with Eleanor if you have all the scripts set up. And you can like change your magic from scroll to book. Just little things like that are very nice. Magic seed in shop. Why would you want scroll over book? There's actually many times you might. Alright. You guys are the only one asking for a tutorial at this point, so make a tutorial. I'll get off my lazy ass. But I'm surprised the tracker link is broken, to be honest. Without a tracker and opening every chest in the game, roughly takes 2 hours to 4.5 hours. With tracker, kind of get like 1.5 hour to 2.5 hour, or even less then, depending on how you play, like, or how you have it set up. Now, this is more like from my own experience. That's kind of nice. And yeah, it's risk reward. Open less chests? Do you want less items? There is something I have been considering for this tracker and I never implemented, is when you beat a dungeon, the purple hints are activated. Instead of, like, going right away where some of the crests are, you could have that mode activated, and it would incentivize killing more bosses. At the moment, I leave a dungeon as soon as the number is 0. And in plenty of times, it's before the boss is even fought. It'd be a good idea to add a mode where killing bosses rewards you with more hints. You can still get a hint from killing a boss, like a default in-built hint, with a default randomizer about like where one item might be and stuff. And a couple of times I've had to beat a boss to get like some items, like that still happens. But it just happens less often. Challenge runs for this game, but never got into it. Very cool if someone made a randomizer for it. No wonder. You should do it. You should play a randomizer, see if you like it. I'll make a tutorial. After the stream, I'll re-upload the tracker and everything. I honestly feel like one of the only people doing randos. I know Robin apparently does randos. Oh, what a find, dude. I did see as well, but not as much on a stream or something like that, but that's cool. By the way, I think Robin might be the best double jumper in the game and triple jumper. It's insane. I had no idea until they showed up out of nowhere to claim second place. I had a goal of beating their third place run until they just came out of nowhere and like upped the stakes. Like, what the hell? Where'd that come out of? I struggle with Merg Woods. Merg Tree, finding all the crests there, knowing when you can leave an area, which can make a difference. Yeah, it really does. Like, I wanted this randomizer to be more accessible. And I didn't want to open every single chest in the game, because once you do that a lot, the randomizers I played, I was overpowered by endgame. I had the vibe of, like, sure, I'm playing a collectathon right now, but I just want to beat the last boss because right now I'm kind of becoming overpowered, you know? And so for those two reasons, I was like, yeah, tracker would be nice. You know? You can decide when you want to go endgame, or you can decide to still, like, collect more stuff, or you can know when you can leave a dungeon. Super nice. And you don't have to open every single chest, which makes the gameplay a bit more exciting, if I'm being real. I'm gonna get this one. Yeah, I talked about it, and I messed around with code in the game. But for some reason, when you change the variables for what room you should be going into, it spawns you at the wrong location. And when I check those variables, when I move from one location to the next, it will spawn you to the correct location. I'm like, okay, but I copied the variables that showed up when I went to the next area. But when I use them myself, I'm teleporting to the wrong area? So I think there's some kind of XY coordinate that you need to factor in and stuff, and I just never got around to it. Like, it double checks where your X and Y is, and uses that as part of the teleport logic. Basically, I've never fully figured it out, and I kind of stopped figuring it out. But I definitely could see it happening, like, it's just a bit trickier than I first thought it would be. I was messing around with it and seeing if I could make it happen. Yeah, some rooms have more than one spawn, yeah. So my guess, and this is a guess, is it's taking the XY coordinate and using that too. There's stuff in desert, but I'm going desert too early. I just kind of like showing off this little trick here. Maybe it's a bit silly. I think you could do this into that. Oh. But we probably shouldn't need to be here right now. Yeah. I'll come back later. There's gilded scam. Yeah. Wait, what am I looking at these ones? Yeah. There is a current location spoiler. You could argue that one you want to have off or on. You can choose yourself as well. Of course. Yo, Alfredo. Welcome, welcome. Ooh. Always good to see you. There's one more thing the tracker can do. I hope it doesn't break the screen or anything. Oh, you guys can't see it because I cropped it out. But yeah, you can change an option on it to show the items you've collected in the order you collected them. That really doesn't. So it's kind of if you wanted to turn that on. A room randomizer would be sick, but there's so much soft lock potential to it too, right? But genuinely, still think it's worth like investigating. I'm actually silly the way I jumped into this well. If you jump into this well in the top half, you can literally land on top of the inner well and just climb back out immediately. Like so. So if you need to check it quickly, oh, nothing's here. Back out. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh well. God, I slows up. You're killing me. Jeez. What an Orwellian nightmare. Okay. You could also change what's tracked on the tracker. You can choose not to track certain things. I track everything by default because I feel like that's more interesting. Like you could choose not to track like recovery ring, armless, and Hours Charm and stuff like that. Or you could choose not to track magic and stuff. I mean, not tracking accessories is not a big deal, but not tracking the armor upgrades or sword upgrades or magic could bite you in the butt. I'm not sure, Lexton. I'm not sure what to do with it. We're looking for a final player. I have 3 people interested. The way I think of it is like, if we are 2v2ing, right? There's an initial idea I have is one team has like the team that's better at the game, potentially. Like, if there's a skill imbalance, they get more. They get the tracker with everything turned on, the purple's there, the current location's there, all that stuff is on. While the other team has to guess where the crests are. And have to try harder. But I think it'd be too much of an advantage if it was just like, oh yeah, this team just straight up doesn't have a tracker in that case. Need more practice? Alfredo loses again! A classic Alfredo skill issue. Kappa. I get killed for that. Yay! Armor, guys! Armor! I should really turn off the armor checks when I do these runs. I don't need the armor. But I'm just in the habit of leaving all that stuff on. Where to now, I wonder? Coal mine is accessible, but only has one. Desert has two, but might not be able to get them. Brine has nothing. Reptile has nothing. Orla has stuff, but Orla has crest. Oh man, I'm gonna need Ice Wand wherever that is. Alright. Lake Shrine has 5 checks. If you guys are unfamiliar with the randomizer, you do not have to complete your Lake Shrine. Like, at all. There's a check up here. That's the last chest in the area. Using being for its intended purpose, ridiculous. Oh! There's items here? I totally forgot because we've been doing randomizers today and I keep thinking it checks because of it. Damn it. Do 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 do. Alright, we got Aqua Cape. I actually rather not have that item. Straight up. Wait, I forgot to get this chest. I'm a dummy. Yeah, I was wondering where the last item was in this area. Okay, we'll get it now. It's... Oh, I thought that was that slime or something. Alright, let's give her this guy, just in case. Oh! Ba-dum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, well, now. If we left that behind, that would have been a damn shame. I don't have any magic to cast. It's so useful. Yeah. I gotta use that strength elixir right now. I actually am, because when you open chests, it's like, you have too much of this item. And it's kind of shorter to just pick up a new item. Where's the item in this area? Oh, it could be here. Damn it. Even think of that. What? What? It still says there's one here. Did I really not do this part earlier? It's unlike me. Yeah, guess not. It is pretty unlike me to not have routed this in already. Okay, so more desert checks are available. Nothing too substantial so far. So, desert time, I guess? It's nicer to go there with long boots if possible. Stay to the bottom of the screen to avoid bees. Bees can only like fly so low in that area, so that helps. What does it mean, fish? Nobody knows. Maybe you do. Maybe you're smart. Quick hi from work. Hope you had a wonderful day. That's how Dutch people say wonderful, right? They're like Count Chocula over there. It means once more. Does it? Does it really mean... I think it means second chance, man. You got it all mixed up. You don't know your shit. Oh. What the hell? Maybe it means two become one, or... You know, light and darkness. Who knows? Second chance in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. If you know, you know. What a fake fan over here. You know what? Let's bully Lorenzo again. Always a good pastime activity. Have fun streaming? Yeah, no worries. Have fun doing work stuff? But have a nice day, dude. Okay. It's so janky that this works. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. This corner here, you can just jump up. Not sure why that is a thing, but it is. Thing. Don't soft lock yourself. Is there any other chests I can get here? I don't think there is. Maybe one more? Let's see. Kind of curious now. I think there's a way to get it, but I'm not sure. Those guys are freaking me out, dude. Is that possible? Damn it. Okay, do it this way. Wait, that bounced me way too far, right? Yeah, what the hell? Why did that bounce me so far? Okay, whatever. That's no setups, I guess. Yeah. Please. Is it the thing we need? Oh, there we go. Cool. We got charm boots. I'm cheating, guys. I'm cheating. Getting rewarded. Alright, Nerud has stuff. Let's go. Forgot about Nerud. Unfortunate. I don't know how I forgot about Nerud, but I did. Send the Neruds. Yo, it's all outdoor Nerud that has the stuff? Crazy. That could mean I have to beat Nerud, though, as well. Because one of the outdoor checks is beating Nerud. We gotta beat Lunder. I'm sorry. Gotta beat him up. And secret pass. Whee! Nice sideways jump there. Didn't look janky at all. Okay, what? Getting too greedy with my timing here. Okay. I haven't done this yet. I don't. Ooh, that's where log boots were. Think the place for them. We don't need them really now, I guess. Okay, it could be over here, it could be the end of the route. Let's find out. Oh, it's here. That's ironic. It's even randomized. Still no flail. Kinda not good to not have that. I don't know about you. Dino has something deep. Shops have magic and other things. Could go Merg Tree. That's like a heavy commitment just to get a few items. I probably needed. Where else in Overworld has not been checked? Oh, I know. I know. Plenty of checks that way. We'll just do those because they are much quicker than the rest. But yeah. I never thought, like, I would do 1 HP randomizers and kind of get invested in it. I think the first time was kind of like a meme idea, to a degree. Then now I'm kind of like, I want to commit to this. Getting rich slowly. That's how we're going to buy our first magic seed. I think another thing that, like, if people start actively racing these randos, if that ever happens, it would be really cool, of course. But it would be nice to start with a magic seed. Just for the... like, for when you get magic, you can use it right away. Because magic has been underutilized otherwise. It feels like you get it sometimes late. I still utilize it when I can, but it's nice to, like, always have access. Nice, another crest. So I guess the other chest is actually in this area, so that's interesting. No, no, no. It's the best way to handle this guy again. You're kidding! I fucked up! Dude! I walked into him. I not press square properly. GG's. Throwing over here. I am literally throwing away perfectly good runs. Oh, that sucks. That was a good run. Don't let him cook. Yeah. Low key. I am, you know, washed, not clean. He thought he was the Rizzler, but he was the, what's the opposite of that? I don't know. The NT. Well, bro, no Sigma, oh, high over. No cap, bro. No cap. I'm over here being crispy because I've just been overdone. This is not rad, man. This isn't the freshest of runs. This I'm just using different lingo for different arrows now. Crispy should be a lingo. Come on. Oh man, he's crispy. Think about it. He's like cooked to the point. He's crispy. I'm giving people new words. That's facts, bruh. 100. Oh god. Crispy. If we could like say it a couple of times, just see if anybody like starts using it, it'd be really funny. I'm not expecting like a blow up crispy. But calling things Big Brian, I'm not letting that go. It's way too funny. This run was Big Brian. Till it was Dumb Damien. Oh no. I'm sorry. Or Little... I don't... Oh god. Fish is crispy on the outside, well done on the inside. You got cooked with that one. Oh good. Lord. You know, I'm on that Sigma grind, guys. I'm gonna make this happen. Okay, 2 seconds there. I'm gonna check who's live. How many people are here at the moment? And a rate if maybe the moment and a if Twitch will ever fully load. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna raid Esugi. Eswoogie. I think that's how to say him. His name, he is a Final Fantasy speedrunner. He started doing some FF10 runs today. He was doing FF8 runs the last day, and he does FF7. And it's always a good time when you're watching a good old Final Fantasy speedrun. And very nice dude. So, I'll see you later. Bye for now. Really appreciate you stopping by. Have a nice flight. Oh yeah, if you do want to spam a raid message just before I go, this is what we do. But yeah, I'll see you later. Have a good one all.